Welcome. This is the side plank series, originally taught to me through Meghan Currie in one of her teacher trainings. And I really love the side plank series as it touches the entire body and it's tricky just enough that it brings you into that mental space of such deep focus, such a meditative place. It's amazing. And so this video is from the yoga membership and it's part of a 3-part series. So you don't need to do all 3 parts, totally fine, but what's really great about the 3 parts, if you do want to practice them together, this is the 3rd class in that series. And the first class is really just the fundamentals of the alignment and getting used to the poses. So this is really great if you're newer to the poses, maybe you don't have that shoulder strength built up yet, it would be great to build the strength in your side plank there. The second class is this sequence that we're doing today in the 3rd class, but it's just the flow. It's not waiting on the cues, it's not slowing down, it's not really building strength, but it's getting into the breath and getting into the body to improve your flexibility and just flow through. So physically, it's amazing after you do this 3rd class. Maybe a few days later when you're sore from this one, you can stretch through and get a very detailed stretch for exactly where you need it, which will be really fun. And then this 3rd class is the longer, the stronger, the deeper practice where we break down the cues a little more, we go a little more in depth, we hold and we build that strength for our physical strength, but also that emotional and mental strength as well. So I'm happy you're here to share this class. Let me know how it goes for you. Again, my name is Melissa, and I'm happy that you are here to practice with me. All right, any comfortable seat to get started. Coming into your breath. So before you change, just notice how you are breathing. Notice what your posture is like. And again, there's no judgment, there's no good or bad or right or wrong. We are just bringing awareness. Noticing how shallow or deep we are breathing. And once we get that initial check-in, now we can start to be really intentional with our breath. So maybe take a fuller breath in, expand your lower belly a little. And a deep breath out, relax through the shoulders, the jaw. Use an inhale to allow the waists and crown of the head to lift up a little. So each inhale, we're going to start lengthening through the side waist. And exhale, we're going to feel, whether it's our butt bones or our legs, whatever's on the ground, grounding down. So as we move through today's practice, we'll be really intentional with opening up along the side body and building strength through the entire body. And so for the balance aspects, grounding down, whether it's through our hands or our feet or wherever, will be a really important focus for today. Let's have 2 more breaths. You can always have a sigh if and whenever you need. Remember, they are to clear out excess energy from our body. And the more you come to this practice, your body will start to recognize, and you might start taking deep breaths throughout your day, which would be amazing. And before we move around, let's take a moment to set an intention. So whatever your own intention is for this practice. My intention for it is to bring some fun and play into our practice while we clear the mind and get super strong in the body. Which, of course, then that relates to stronger internally as well. Win-win. So fingers spread wide up towards the top of your mat. We're going to start with just a few wrist stretches. So fingers are spread wide. We're pressing down through that thumb and first finger more than anything. Cat-cow. Breath in is going to lift the head to butt bones. And on the exhale, you're going to start at your low back, round vertebrae by vertebrae, tucking your chin last, and then noticing how I'm shifting a little bit forward and back to bring some blood through the wrists in a really gentle way. So breath in again lifts the butt bones up, lifts the head. Exhale, tuck and round. Feels really good on my spine. Couple more times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round. Tuck your butt bones. You can even imagine your butt bones pulling towards the backs of your knees to round. And then from there, low back, mid back, upper back, all round, head tucks. Couple more. Inhale, lift up. This round action will be really useful for today's practice too, so we'll practice it here on the hands and knees. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round, belly button towards your spine, starting to tap into that core. And then fingertips out to the side. Start to shift side to side. Again, warming up through the wrists. Drawing the belly button to your spine. So even here, we start to draw in the core a little bit. So eventually, all of our movements are really starting from that core. Fingertips back towards your knees if it doesn't bother your arms. You can even walk your knees forward if you need a little extra space. And then breath in as you shift forward. Breath out, slow motion, lean back into it. Breath in shifts the heart forward. Breath out shifts back. One more inhale, shift forward. Exhale, stretching on the forearms. Feels so good. And last one, we're going to do knuckles down, fingertips towards the center. You can do a normal hand with your left hand. Knuckles down towards the center and stretch through the back side of your right wrist. And then right hand down like normal. Fingers towards the center, knuckles down, gently stretching through the back side of the other one. Amazing. Tuck your toes. Come up onto your heels. Check all your toes are forward. From there, walking your knees forward. So we get that opening and stretch through the backs of our feet or the bottoms of our feet. And so when we start to open the feet, the fascia along the feet, it actually relates to our whole back body. So we'll get more flexibility throughout our entire back body, even all the way up into the neck. Everything is connected. While we're doing that, just a few wrist movements. Don't worry about whatever order it is, whatever design, whatever way. Just as long as you're not aggressively, I don't even want to do it. Don't aggressively shake your wrists too much. Just get some movement. Make figure eights or whatever feels good. Do like a little wave. Do. Good. Then breath in. Probably feel your feet by now. Deep breath out. Amazing. Body should be a little bit more warmed up. Let's do a couple more in our warm-up series. Fingers spread wide, hands shoulder width apart. Heart pulls forward, belly to the spine. Tuck your toes and just hover either one knee or both knees off the mat. And right away, notice where that kicks it into your body. Can you feel it in your shoulders and your core, maybe your legs as well? Take 2 more breaths. Deep breaths. This is a perfect class for me too. I'm just now getting back into the physical strength, so I can already feel it. Butt bones up and back. Whew. Toes towards the back of your mat. Heels towards the floor. Bend your knees like normal if you need. Butt bones are up towards the sky. Remember, if you're hyper flexible, you're just going to try to go for that upside down V. If you tend to round and flex, you're working on flexibility. This is really when we're tilting those butt bones up so that we come out of the rounded low back, and it helps us get into that V shape a little bit better. But we definitely don't want the chest sagging towards the floor or dripping down or being over flexible or any of that stuff. The flexibility is good in some instances, but for your normal down dog, we're going for strong and stable. Take another deep breath in, deep breath out. Perfect. Inhale, lift the heels, draw the belly to the spine, round all the way forward to your high push-up. Round, round, round. Heart pulls forward, heels back. Stay where you are, breathe. Press through even your fingertips. Can you press more through the pinky fingers and feel what that shifts in your shoulders? Now shift the weight and press more through your thumb and first finger. Can you feel the difference? We're not going for a good or bad right now, better or worse, we're just noticing. And now let your chest sink a little bit towards the ground, and press really strong with your arm, like shoulder girdle push-ups. One more, let the chest sink a little bit, and press, 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 press with your hands. Shift back, downward dog. Deep breath in and out if you need to clear, like I did. Inhale, lift the heels around forward. So squeeze through your leg muscles, draw the core in, round forward. Exhale, bend the knees, stick your butt bone up, and downward dog. One more just like that. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, bend the knees, butt bones up. Walk let's actually keep the feet there. Walk the hands back to meet your feet. Feet hip width apart. Bend the knees a pretty good amount so that the chest can pull forward on the halfway lift and then soften and relax down, relaxing through the back of the neck. And if your neck is pretty open, the back body, you can interlace your fingers and put them on the back of your head to allow the weight to help stretch. If that feels like it's overstretching anything, don't do it. Remember, there's an option for the blocks too. Hands to the ground or blocks. And then we're going to hang out here for 5 breaths to just feel, just breathe. Be very aware of what you feel going on through the legs and the back body. 3 more breaths. You draw even the belly to the spine or engaging Uddiyana Bandha if you can. The bandhas, super important. If you haven't learned them yet, no worries. I don't think I knew what they were until I was 8 years into my yoga practice. Maybe more than that. I don't even know. It was a long time. So they're not necessary. However, if you have caught that video, it's always a good idea to practice engaging. 1 more breath in and breath out. Look forward, walk your hands back. Amazing. High push-up. All right, high push-up position. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward dog. Feet towards one another, maybe an inch apart. Inhale, lift the heels. Squeeze your leg muscles, and as slow as you can manage, like you have a zipper from your pelvis to your belly button, zipping all the way up, drawing the belly in, round forward to high push-up. From here, lower both heels to the ground. Press super strong through the left heel. Bend the right knee. You can even pick up the right heel and just stretch, stretch, stretch to the left side waist. And at the same time as you're stretching on this left side, can you squeeze and contract on the right side? Pressing even more through the right pinky finger. And notice if that automatically starts to open you up into a side plank. So we won't go there yet. Just squeeze and stretch. Opposite sides, of course. 1 more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, come back through high push-up. Exhale, shift to the other side. Both heels initially go down, and then press, press, press through the right heel. You can bend the left knee deep, lift the left heel. Shift your butt back and around to the left to feel that right side body opening all the way from the low back, side waist, all the way even into my right pinky finger. I feel it. And then squeeze wherever you can on the left side waist and breathe. 2 more breaths. I haven't been doing side planks in so long. You might hear me taking a lot of deep breaths this class. High push-up. Downward dog. Good. Lift your heels. Lower your knees to the mat. Keep your toes tucked. We're going to stretch out the bottoms of our feet again. Come back up to a seat on your heels. And pause, wrist face up. So as we move through today, we're focused so intensely on the movements. What does it feel like in our body? Can we breathe through it? And then when we come We'll go through the same sequence again and again, building on, and we'll come to these rest breaks. And when we're here, as still as possible. Breathe. Fingers towards the front of the mat. Hands towards the front of the mat, fingers spread wide. Downward dog. Find your grounding through your hands and your feet. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through the back of the neck. Use the exhale to ground down even more. Feel that connection through your hands and or feet. Inhale, lift the heels. Draw your belly button to your spine. Round forward. Amazing. Lower both feet to the right. Both heels. Now press into the back pinky toe edge. Stretch through the left side. This time press so much through that right pinky finger that you start to open up into a side plank. So this right foot is just for a little bit of support, or maybe squeeze so much through that right waist that you can start to pick up this leg. And don't worry about wherever it goes for now. See if you can just hover it up. Now we're going to bend a little through that back knee. Take that top arm up over the ear. Now this right foot can be tapped on the ground, or maybe it lifts up so much we can cross that ankle. Whoop, stack it right on that thigh. And then breathe. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, look down, left hand down. If you have this connection, we're going to try to keep this connection as we rotate to the left pinky toe edge. Press down through the left hand, and now reach that right arm up. Top arm reaches up. Exhale it over your ear. Amazing. Feel what you feel. Squeeze the left side body. See if you can get that hip up higher. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Downward dog. Perfect. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, both heels to the left. Press down strong through that right pinky toe edge. Bend the knee a little bit, and that left knee is bent a lot on the toes just for a bit of support. Rotate to the left pinky toe edge. Left pinky hand edge, and reach the right arm up. Now press strong, and maybe this left foot stays on the ground for support, or maybe it hovers. We're going to flex that foot, cross it over. Top arm reaches up and over. Breathe. Squeeze to the left side waist. Top arm reaches over our head so we get that stretching in the right side body. One more breath in. Exhale. Right hand puts down. We're going to rotate on that back foot. Remember, if you have the left foot down, that's fine. Otherwise, rotating on that back pinky toe edge, super slow motion so you get your grounding. Remember, we're grounding through that hand and foot for our support. And then left arm up to the sky. Squeeze now through the right side waist. Open and stretch along the left. Breathe. Full breath in. Full breath out. Hands back. Downward dog. Whew. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, round forward, high push-up. Exhale, knees down. Untuck your toes this time. Have that break and a deep breath. Rest the shoulders and the wrists. Check in on how you are feeling. Remember, if it's ever too much on your shoulders or anything, you take breaks whenever you need. Pause this. And the beauty of the 3 classes together are, if this one is too much, then we go back to maybe the first one where we work a little bit on the alignment and the setup, or that second one which flows through. So you don't need to hold as long in the position. And this is a really great one if you do have that strength in your shoulders to get it first. And then my favorite thing to do is to do the longer one first and then go through the flow one and get all nice and stretchy. Or maybe I'd do first, then third, then second. I don't know. Choose your own adventure. 2 more breaths. Hands back towards the front. We'll do similar and a bit different. Fingers spread wide. Lift your butt up and back. Left foot stays grounded down. Inhale, stretch the right toes high. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Take a full breath in, lift through the left heel. Exhale, start to squeeze the right core, all your core, but really the right side. Bring that right knee towards your right elbow. And now lower the back foot flat. This is the traditional side plank I used to teach a lot in the live classes. Bend the back knee just a little. So now we're back into that position. Cross that ankle over. We've been here before, guys. We just set it up a little bit differently. Top arm reaches up. And even the shoulder, just like we learned in the first video, we're going to set up that shoulder really strong. Top arm reaches over your ear. Now feel the squeeze in the right side waist. And what do you feel stretch on the left? Breathe. Top arm reaches up. Breath in. Exhale, left hand down. We're going to rotate that back foot. Left pinky toe edge down. Press through the left hand. Now this right knee skyrockets. It lifts way, way up towards the sky. Reach that right arm up. And looking at the front of your mat as slow motion as you can manage. We're going to slowly step up for 3, 2, and 1. Land your foot by your front hand. Lower the back knee to the floor. Amazing. Take a breath in, lift your heart. Exhale, shift your butt back. Pull your right toes towards your face. Now breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over the front thigh. Allowing yourself to relax into this as much as possible. The inhale finds the halfway lift. The exhale softens and settles down. So we're working on that flexibility in the mind if you aren't enjoying class, but also in the body as we soften as much as we can and allow the breath and gravity to take over. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Replant your front foot. Left hand down. Tuck the back toes. Squeeze through the back leg. Lift that leg. And now just a simple runner lunge twist. Our right knee pulls forward. Squeeze strong through the back leg. Reach the right arm up. Perfect. Take a full deep breath in here. Deep breath out. One more breath in. Exhale, hands down. Press through both hands. Round the spine. Lift the back heel high. Squeeze into the abdominals. And see if you can hover or wiggle that foot up. Step back, downward dog. Settle in. Find your breath and grounding. And then left leg lifts high. Stretch it up. Bend the knee. Open up the hip. Take an inhale, lift the right heel. So this action starts to squeeze the right leg strong. Exhale, pull the left knee up and around. The higher we get that knee, the more we come into that strength in the leg, the psoas, the core. Bring that knee to the outer elbow. And then right foot, pinky toe edge down. We're going to bring this left foot through. Bend the standing leg, cross the ankle over. Remember, we've been here before. Right arm reaches up. Top arm reaches up and over your ear. Get a nice squeeze in the left side body. Whew. And coming back around, right hand down. I am shaking like a leaf. Lift the back heel up. Lower the pinky toe edge down. Press through the right hand. And now stretch the left arm up. Squeeze now through the right side. Strengthening so many things. Top arm reaches up and over. And now remember, this knee is going to start to skyrocket up, 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 up. You can start to straighten that back leg. You'll feel it in your outer butt. That's where I feel it. Look towards the front of your mat. Slow motion. Are you ready? On a count of 3, take a deep breath in, and 3 count as you exhale for 3, stepping it up to the front, 2, slowly landing, 1. Back knee down, hips square, all toes face forward. Deep breath in, lift through the heart. Deep breath out where you are. Breathe in, heart lifts. Exhale, shift your butt back, toes toward your face. Stretch through that hamstring now. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. And even if it's tight, try to find as much softness and relaxation as you can in the back of that leg. And so my knee is bent because my hamstring's still working on bringing that flexibility back. So bent knee is okay. If you do have a straight leg, you just want to start to work on, whether it's straight or bent really, lifting your heart forward and pulling your chest more forward. And that'll bring it deeper into the stretch of your leg. Because remember, when we work on our forward folds, we're tilting from the pelvis, which then gets our heart to go forward. 2 more breaths. Feel into whatever you feel going on, whether it's the shoulders, the neck, or the leg. Left toes plant. Tuck the right toes, squeeze through the right leg, lift that leg up strong, right hand down. Inhale, check the left knee pulls forward, and then twist, rotate, and look up. Heart puffs forward, and the more we get our chest to puff a little bit forward, you might feel that stretch in your outer thigh. Top arm reaches up. Breathe. One more full breath in. Exhale, hands down. Downward dog. Throw vinyasa in there, mindfully. I shouldn't have said throw. Let's intentionally put a vinyasa in. Inhale, lift the heels around forward. On your exhale, lower your knees, then your chest and chin. From there, start to contract, squeeze through the back body, draw the belly to the spine. Inhale, round. Right on up to cobra. Breath in. Exhale, tuck the toes. Make your way back to your seats for that break to calibrate. And let your body catch up to what we've done. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more breath, noticing your posture, your breath pattern. Maybe even if you feel that little bit of tingling or buzzing sensation in the hands yet. And coming back, downward dog. Fingers spread wide. Breath out, lift your butt bones up and back. And we reset for another round. Building on. So the left foot stays grounded. The inhale carries the right leg high. The exhale bends the knee, opens up the hip. Inhale, stretch the left leg, squeeze through the leg, lift the heel. Exhale, right knee to the right elbow and pause. Pause here. Squeeze the right knee to the elbow as much as you can manage. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, 3-legged downward dog. Stretch the right leg up. Exhale again. Squeeze the left leg strong, lift the heel. Right knee to your right elbow. Squeeze through the abdominals. Lower the back foot flat. This time, pressing through the right pinky toe edge. You can hook like we did before. Or stretching that right leg straight out. Whew. Don't know if I can go straight right now. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Top arm reaches up and over. Breathe in. Exhale, left hand down. Rotate over. Left foot, your back foot rotates to the pinky toe edge. Now we're lifting this knee, skyrocketing it up high. I don't know why I like to say skyrocketing, but I'm liking to say skyrocketing. Lift high. Now pause. Bend, bend, bend through the standing leg. Let this knee come back behind you, toes to the ground. Use an inhale to come into a wild thing. Lift the hips. Let it ripple through your low, mid, upper back. Stretch the top arm. Deep breath in. Find your grounding through the left leg. Lift back up. Skyrocket that knee. Slowly, on a 5 count. Come forward for 5, 4, 3. You can even hang on with your hand to that knee. 2, and 1. Perfect. Keep the back knee lifted. Take a breath in. Pull your heart forward. Open up your mouth. Breathe out. A high lunge to stretch out. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, soften the hips down. Breathe. One more deep breath in. Lift up through the heart. Exhale, let's get a twist. Right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, lift up through the heart again. Exhale, right hand to the back thigh. Lift up through the top arm. Bend into your front knee. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, left hand on the inside of that front foot. Good. We've been here before. Top arm reaches up. Lunge twist. Breath in. Exhale, walking this front foot halfway back. Now squeeze the back leg strong. Rotate to the pinky toe edge. From here, we're going to keep that back leg straight. Start to sink down as we come into this bend with our right leg to stretch this outer T-band. Breathe. I need a little more space for my arm, so I'm going to shift it forward. Stay and breathe for just a moment. This right hand can be on your thigh or resting back behind. Keep the heart lifted. 2 more breaths. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, look down. Come back around. Good. Wiggle this right foot back. Press through the palms, round the spine. Step back, downward dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. This time pressing through the right foot. Inhale, float the left leg high. Use your exhale to bend the knee, open up the hip. Next breath in, lifts the right heel, straighten the right leg. Squeeze through the abdominals as you start to bring the left knee towards the left upper arm bone, around elbow or higher. Tap if you can. 3-legged dog. Lift up. Exhale once more. Release slowly. Left knee to the left upper arm bone. And then lower the back foot flat. Bend a little bit through the back knee. Start to bring this leg through. Remember, you can tap that ankle on your heel or start to extend that foot straight out. I'm using my hand a little bit. See if it'll go. I don't think it'll go on this side. Woo, a little bit. Top arm reaches up and over. Breathe. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, right hand to the ground. Start to rotate on that back leg. Right pinky toe edge down. We're going to lift this knee up high, high, high. Squeeze through the right obliques. Top arm up. Exhale, bend your standing leg. Slow motion, let those toes back behind you. Lower the hips just enough that we can have an authentic back bend, starting with the low back, or with the hips, really. Lift the hips, then the low back, mid back, heart last. Breath in. Breath out. Come back up. Lift this left knee high, high, high. Oh, I'm shaking again. That's good. It's good stuff. Bring this left foot up towards the front on a 5 count. Ready? Breath in. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fascinating. I used to be able to do that so easy. Heart pulls forward. Exhale. Breathe out where you are. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hips sink a little. Settle in. Notice your breath. Notice your thoughts. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, a twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Feel what you feel going on in your body. My body has a lot going on. Feels good. Left hand to the back thigh. Inhale, reach the top arm way up. Full breath in. The exhale brings the right hand on the inside of that front leg. Bend into the front knee. Top arm reaches way up. Same twist we were at before. Now walk your front foot out a little bit. Rotate to the pinky toe edge of that back leg. Keep the back leg straight. Exhale as you sink down. Flexing this foot to stay careful. If it's too deep of a stretch, you're going to just keep walking that foot back so that your foot, the further back it is on the mat, the less intense. Now we're stretching through this outer hip. And what can you feel stretching on the right side body without collapsing in the chest? So keep that chest open. Breathe. Feel my anxiety dripping out of me. But seriously, this is difficult for me, but it feels good. And yoga didn't used to feel good. So if you're like, she's insane, this does not feel good, as long as you don't have that instinctive, it's injuring me, it can be uncomfortable, and that's part of yoga, and that's okay. So just take deep breaths. Reach out to me after, tell me all about it. I'm here to listen. I'm here to help with the anxieties. Look down. Repress through this front foot. Come on back up. Shift your way to downward dog. And inhale, round forward, high push up. Bend your knees, stick your butt bones up and back. Downward facing dog. Lower the knees. Untuck the toes. Sit back on those heels. Get comfortable. Palms face up. Give the wrists a rest and breathe. I think we've covered every side plank except for the traditional side plank that you see in normal workout videos, which are good, but I love these so much more because they incorporate so much of the side body all the way to, like from fingertip to toe. I really enjoy them. I say as I'm shaking. 2 more breaths. Take a breath in, lift up through the heart, and on an exhale, lower your right ear to your right shoulder. And now with the left arm or left shoulder, pull it down and away. Take your left arm straight out to the side, thumb down, and with a half bind, you're going to bring that arm behind your back. And if it doesn't go all the way, you can just put your hand on your hip or wherever. But if you are going behind your back, I'm going to grab onto that arm, slow and gentle, hold behind. And if you can manage, sometimes I like to clasp my hands together to kind of hold it in place. But wherever you want to go, you can even get a towel and hold that. Remember, very gently. And then checking the right ear towards the right shoulder. Next breath out, slow motion, drop your chin and turn your face toward your right shoulder. And breathe. Take one more breath in. Lift up through the heart. Exhale, right chin towards right shoulder. Tuck the chin. So we're stretching all the muscles around that neck, back of neck and upper shoulder. Come around, slowly undo. Give yourself a gentle wiggle, a little dance. And then breath in lifts the heart. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Now just gently pull the right shoulder down and away to start. And maybe that's enough. So maybe you stay there. Right arm out to the side. Thumb face down. From there, we're just going to bend that elbow. Just kind of drop down and bring it behind the back. See how it feels. Maybe grab the arm or wrist, pull it around, and I like to clasp my hands. It feels good to me, but do whatever you need to do. Again, check the heart is up. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Breathe. Breath in lifts the heart. Exhale, tuck the chin and turn your chin slowly towards the left shoulder. Keep the chin tucked and just notice what you feel stretching. Come back through center. Shake the shoulders, move them forward and backwards. Amazing. Before we make it all the way to the floor, now that we've done all the alignment, all the slow setup, we're going to flow a little, even though there's a whole class to flowing. We're going to flow a little in this one. Bring your hands forward. Take a big energizing breath in. Exhale, grounding breath out as you lift your butt bones up and back. Float the right foot high. On the exhale, pull the knee just to the nose. Lower your back foot flat. Hook this ankle. Press through the right hand. Reach the left arm way up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale over your ear. Feels good. Left hand down. Squeeze strong through the back leg. Rotate over to the pinky toe edge. Bring this knee high just for a moment. Bend the back knee. Tap your toe down. Sink your butt just a bit. And then from the hips, lift the hips. Low back, mid back, up back. Stretch to wild thing. And then drop your hips a little. Come back around. Reach the knee high. And for 3, when you're ready to breathe out, bring it forward for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the back knee down. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, shift your butt bones back. Pull the right toes towards your face. Plant the right foot. Come up high lunge. Reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, soften, settle in. Breathe in, lift through the heart. Exhale, twist, open to the right. So the left arm and left knee track forward. Right arm goes back. Breathe in. Exhale, right hand to the back thigh. Press down ever so slightly so you can lift through that left arm. Breathe in. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Top arm reaches way up. Take a full breath in. Exhale, right toes turn out to the side wall. Squeeze the back leg strong and straight and lower down. Feel the stretch on the left waist and that left outer hip. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Look down. Press through the left hand again. Shoulder press. Right back up. Both hands down. Step back. Downward dog. Inhale, float the left leg high. Exhale, pull your left knee to your nose. Lower the back foot flat. Hook this ankle, or you can stick your leg out straight. Side plank, right arm up. Full breath in. Top arm reaches over on the breath out, where you're squeezing through the left waist. Lower the right hand down. Rotate to the pinky toe edge of that back foot. Now we're squeezing the right waist. Press through the right hand, reach up. Knee lifts up high. Exhale, tap the toes back. Lower the hips. Center yourself. Inhale, lift the hips. Low back, mid back, up back. Wild thing. Come back around. And for 3, we're going to carry the foot up. For 3, 2, and 1. Lower the back knee. Breathe everything out. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, shift your butt back. Toes towards your face. Press into the front foot. High lunge. Reach your arms up. Exhale, settle in. Breathe in, lifts the heart. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Left hand to the back. Reach the right arm high up. Stretch. Exhale, right hand on the inside of the front foot. Lower the back foot flat. Walk this front foot out. And we'll get that side body, side leg stretch. Breathe. Perfect. Come back around and find your downward dog. Walk your feet to meet your hands. Feet a little bit wider than your hips, or maybe even the width of your mat. Find a good halfway lift. Butt bones up, bend your knees slightly, and like your chest is going towards the floor. Relax everything down. Breathe in. Breathe out. If your hands easily reach the ground, you can take one hand underneath a foot so that your toes are pressing into your wrists, which can be therapeutic after all those high push-up positions. If that is too much on your hamstrings or back, don't worry about it. Go where you need to go for today. And then that lower bandha engages, or our pelvic floor lifts. Squeeze the belly. Exhale. Breathe out. Two more breaths. When you're ready, unhooking your hands, bringing your feet a little closer together, toes out wide, heels up, squat down, and then lower your heels. And then the thighs kind of come out to the side, let your belly come through the middle. Sit up tall. Breathe in your squat. Hands can be to heart center with as much pressure pressing out just as you are pressing in. So maybe 10% effort each way. Or if you want to be more relaxed about it, just hands to the ground, chest lifts. So we have stage one. Stage one, we stay here. Stage two, we're going to bring our right hand right out in front, or maybe actually right elbow still presses into that thigh. And then we're going to take left hand, this is stage two, on that thigh or knee, and just turn up. Stage two. If you want to go for stage three, and take this right hand, we're going to sink our chest down below, bring our arm out, thumb down, same bind. And then we're going to use our hand to press that leg open. Stage four, do another half bind for a full bind. And look up towards that left shoulder. Breathe. 2 or 3 breaths whatever stage you're at. And coming back around. But stage one, we're in a squat. Stage two, we're going to use our elbow, open up, hand on that right thigh, twist a little. Stage three, drop our shoulder down, bring it forward, half bind, and use the hand on the thigh to twist open. Stage four, taking your arm wide, thumb down, full bind to twist. Breathe wherever you are. And then after these stretches, if you want a little extra flair, bring your palms wide. Just a little baby crow pose, heart forward. You can always keep your toes on the ground, keep pulling your heart forward, barely put any weight into your arms, or you can come into full crow, depending on where you are. I'm not going to do it today, but if you have a solid jump back, do a solid jump back. But if you don't want to, or it's not solid yet, towards the end of practice, I don't recommend right now. Just get your little strength build back up. And then we're going to lower down to our low push-up. Upward facing dog, really nice and slow. Breath in, downward dog. Breath out. Walk your feet forward. Have a seat. Perfect. Feet pressed. Arms up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Halfway. Inhale up. Exhale, lower halfway. Draw the belly in. Inhale up. And then find wherever it's a little bit sticky for you. And by sticky, I mean you can start to feel it, but it's not too much. And then we're going to do little baby pulses there for 10, 9, 8, pressing more through your toes, your feet. 7, 6, 5. Oh, mine's really sticky. If I go back, I don't know if I'll come back up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit all the way up. Breath in. Exhale, come back, slow motion through the sticky part. See if you can hold, shift a little more, hold, shift a little more. Slow, slow, slow motion. And once you're to the ground, arms wide, rock your knees side to side. Feet flat. Press into your feet. Elbows down. Up for just a simple bridge. I'm not pressing too much with the arms. Don't need to tuck them today unless you want. Just super simple bridge. Breathe. Pressing even through the feet. Slowly lowering down. And then your spine and head imprinted on the mat. Tuck your chin a little. And straighten your feet straight up towards the sky. And arms can either be out at a T. I think I'm going to do arms to a T. You can have them behind your head, or if you need to, underneath your butt is okay too. And flex your feet. Press your big toes together. Press your heels up towards the sky. Take a really deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more deep breath in. Exhale, lower the right foot just halfway down. Keep the left foot pressing up. Inhale, come back to center. Draw the belly button to the floor. Press the big toes together. Exhale, lower the left leg halfway down. Inhale, come back up. So if you want to stay with halfway, go for it. Another great option, if your core isn't up for it yet, you can have your legs, your shin bones parallel and your legs bent, and we'll just tap one at a time, like this. Otherwise, feet straight up, big toes pressed, take a breath in. Exhale, belly to the spine, lower halfway, or to hover, 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 hover off the ground. And squeezing your inner thighs as if they were touching. Go ahead and come on right back up. Exhale, one more, other side. Lower, lower, lower. Inhale, come on back up. Big toes pressed together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower both feet halfway. Inhale, come on back up. Take your knees wide. Remember that crow pose we did? Bring our knees to our arms and press your knees into your arms. Squeeze until you can feel it in your core. So if you weren't lifting off in crow, no worries. This will help build a little bit of that strength. Not that you ever need to take off in crow, but I know a lot of people love to, and sometimes it's fun to do those. Breathe. I like to do them for so long. Side to side, rock. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Rock and roll your way back up to center. Up to a seat. And take a couple rocks. It might feel good on your spine, depending on your floor. We're going to rock and roll our way to downward dog. Left foot presses. Inhale, stretch the right leg. On the exhale, pull the right knee to the right upper arm bone. Cross this shin across your mat. Slow motion, set it down for half pigeon. And then that back foot, going to walk back a little. Sit up nice and tall. Take a full breath in, lift through the heart. Feel what you feel going on in your thigh, your hip, your emotions. Half pigeon can be emotional. We store a lot of stress, anger in the hips. So if you ever notice that comes up, it's perfectly normal. And in a sense, what we want to get those stuck emotions up and out so that we come back to that place of inner peace. So when we do the balances for the subconscious mind, this kind of just whoop, gets rid of it, which is great, or processes it. But we can do this ourselves through yoga too. It may take a little longer, but it will have great benefits. Yoga has great benefits. We know this. Breathe and lift the heart. On your exhale, shift a little bit forward, coming onto the forearms to rest. And then softening, sinking into it as much as feels comfortable. You can keep your heart pulling forward like I'm doing, or if you want to fold over on a pillow or a blanket, or just over your leg, whatever your intuition is telling you to do. 3 more breaths. Slowly coming on up to long arms first. Put your fingers wide, tuck the back toe, lift up and back, and shake out or stretch that leg however you like. When you're ready, breath in to float the left leg high. Exhale to pull it forward, and then pause here. See how much you can turn that shin bone in the air, and then set the leg down for half pigeon. If you need to put it wherever it goes and then move it, that's fine. Walk your back leg back. Lift through the heart. And that knee is coming anywhere from straight forward to a little bit angled over towards where your wrist was. And if you need it to be less intense, our foot's going to come more by our groin. More intense shin bone would be parallel with the front edge of the mat. And then wherever works for you, being really mindful around the knee. How does it feel? Get any funny twinges or pulls in the knees, back off, or do our, what's it called, figure 4 stretch. Coming onto forearms when you're ready. Sinking down as low as you need to go. Aware of how it feels and your breath. One more full breath in and out. Coming up to long arms first. Tuck the back toe, lift the back leg, squeeze through the abdominals, downward dog. Shake, stretch, however you want. Coming through to a seat. And then cross-legged just for a moment. Sitting up nice and tall. Do one little side body stretch. So, lift up through the heart. Exhale, right arm over, lift the left arm high. Stretch, keeping the left butt bone down, up and over. One more for the other side waist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, stretch, keeping the right butt bone down. Feel what you feel on the right side body. And come back through center for nearly Shavasana. We'll do a simple happy baby first. Knees open wide. Stay here or grab onto the big toes or outsides of your feet, feet wide, butt bone down. Go ahead and pull down. And as gently as you're pulling down, you're slightly pressing right back up through your feet. Let's do 5 breaths. If you want to stay centered, you can. You want to extend your legs straight or one at a time straight or whatever feels good. Whatever you are drawn to do in your ending stretches, I would highly value trusting that, as it's your own intuition beginning to speak and guide you. Whenever you are ready, you rock your knees side to side for Shavasana. Feet out to the corners of your mat. Relax through your legs, your hips, your outer hips, the lower back, the core. Fully relax through the core. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Once you get the lower body as relaxed as you can manage, palms face up. You're going to hold them in the air for a moment and then heavy, let them drop down as a signal to your body to let go. Full breath in. Full breath out again. Soften around the jaw, shoulders, space between the eyebrows. Relax around the eyebrows again. The jaw again. Even your tongue can move away from the top of your mouth. Letting everything fall as heavy as possible. Noticing if your hands or feet start to feel a little bit tingly. Noticing whatever you feel going on in your body. Don't feel the tingling, asking, what would it feel like if I could feel that subtle energy in my hands? Mine just got way stronger. So a lot of times, just when we ask the questions and we are open to the experience, it gets easier. I teach this in Reiki classes. for when we are wanting to deepen that connection with our own energy body. Instead of going at it from a place of, "Ugh, why can't I feel this?" Instead, just get present to whatever you do feel and ask, "What would it feel like if?" And then you name the experience you want to have. What would it feel like if I could feel the subtle energy in my hands? What would it feel like if I could feel the way it moves up through my arms to my shoulders? What would it feel like if then I could follow that sensation down my spine, into my legs, and feel that grounding connection through my feet? What would it feel like if? That question could be used for so many things. Take 2 more breaths. A deep sigh to clear if you haven't already. Massive breath in, maybe take a full body stretch. Open up your mouth, breathe out. And when you're ready, rolling onto one side. With that top arm for support, rounding down, pressing up to a seat. And then sitting up nice and tall. Feeling your hips ground down, your shoulders relax, your heart and your head lift high. And as if you were dropping that awareness from your head to be more present with the heart space. And if you want to, sometimes we need our logic. It's really great. But if you're too much in your thoughts, you're too much in your head lately, then I just invite you, what would it feel like if I could get out of my head and drop more into my heart space and see what that shifts. Palms together. Have a moment for yourself to notice, honor, and appreciate. We do the exact same for each other. Thank you for practicing with me, and I'll see you next time.